Subaru beats women again. I believe this is a content video by our friend Jake Z. So let's watch it. Why does he always do this? Why did Jake Z always do this? Jake Z did this last time, and we're still living with the consequences. We're still living with the consequences. Why, Jake Z? Why? Anyways, let's watch it. Let's watch it.
From this episode, we learned one thing, that Subaru is a master at beating women.
Don't do my goat like this. Don't do my goat like this. Bro, there's gonna be so many edits. There's gonna be so many edits of this. Not wrong. I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, he's not wrong. Like, you guys you'll see later in this arc too, but like, my goat Subaru is not gonna break. It's not gonna break.
In this episode,
I know, he literally does. He does. Like, it's not even allegations. It's the truth. It's the truth.
Subaru was laying down the smackdown on every woman that was nearby.
Why is Jake Z saying it like that?
Look at the way he launched Ram across.
He's shown us this 4 fucking times.
This is just one punch. People say that Subaru is weak. From this episode, we see that no, Subaru is strong. Look at how far Ram got launched. She was stunned so hard that she had to collapse on the floor. After violating Ram, he overhand throws Anastasia like a piece of meat.
Dude, this was fucking crazy. This was crazy. This was crazy.
Like, I consider myself pretty strong, but not even I could throw Anastasia that far. Look at that. Look at the way she was in backflips in the air. That's crazy strength. People
I mean, it was half of Anastasia. It was half of Anastasia. Like, how heavy would she be? She'd be like, how heavy do you guys think Anastasia is? And then half that. I don't think she's like that heavy, right?
Big Manx is now
obviously, like, if this was her whole body, like even half a body, it's still like a lot, but still.
Subaru, but he's actually very strong.
It's
and that's one of the
this far too. It is fucking crazy.
Reasons why we call him the Aura Monster. All jokes aside, I would say that this episode was probably the most shocking and disgusting episode.
It is. It is fucking crazy. Episode was crazy,
and I say that in the more sad way or disgusting way, in the sense that it was very graphic. We have these characters that we all love, and we just essentially see them kill each other.
And the craziest thing is, it gets worse. It gets worse after this season, bro. And what we're seeing right now is just the start. Just the start.
Due to the effects of the miasma. Now, of course, many people, especially anime onlys, don't seem to, I guess, realize the effect of miasma. The idea that it sort of weighs on you and sort of brings you down. There was a sort of mention of it, of course, in the episode after Subaru returns by death, but this was actually talked about in the light novel a lot earlier in the previous episode. And it was one of
so
the
I wonder, do the anime onlys know that the miasma was causing all of this? Like, who's an anime only here? Who's an anime only here? Do you guys know? Like, were you guys in the know of why they were acting like that in that loop? Or were you just thinking that they were going insane? Kind of? Yes. So you guys did know it was because of the miasma they were acting like that? Or were you just like, ooh, there's like super, cause you spoiled it? It's not a spoiler, bro. Like, you were supposed to know. Like, they even mentioned it, like, in episode 1, but it was kind of like not fully, explained. I thought something made them go insane. I watched your shorts. Okay. No, I didn't know I have to keep going on Google. Okay. I watched someone's reaction, and they basically already knew it was some sort of mind hex. Then Anna talked about miasma, and it was easy to understand. Okay, all right. Because, I mean, I don't mind it. Like, even if the anime onlys were kind of confused, Subaru immediately talks about miasma on the loop back, right? On, like, after he died. Right after he, like, talks about the miasma on the effects. And they should, like, anime only should, like, understand by that point, at least. I thought it was someone mad magic. Ellen, no, they mentioned that even sand is miasma poisoned. It was simple to follow. Okay.
I sort of didn't like the previous episode as much because a lot of the exposition was sort of cut out. I also think that this episode is really good because it showcases Ram in a lot more context. Most of
Yeah.
the anime onlys only really saw Ram during season 2, where Ram didn't really know about Rem. You know, she was just getting one shot by Elsa half the time. But now we're actually getting to see Ram in her element. She's like an actual main character, and we can see how.
Yeah, Ram is gonna do very well this season. Very well. Ram really underrated character / personality wise. I agree. Ram is the GOAT for sure. I understand, but it didn't get across for some people. I thought Subaru would be immune to Miasma because he has 2 witch factors, not gonna lie.
Really interacts with Subaru. We see that she sort of puts on a strong face, but she's also vulnerable herself. This idea of Subaru and Ram's interactions, where yes, Ram gives Subaru
like, we see them at their worst, and we also see the warmth between them. So we see like the 2 spectrums, right? Like the 2 sides of everything, which just makes every interaction feel so much better, right? Like seeing them being so warm for each other right after being at each other's throats, it was great. It was amazing. It was peak. It was so peak. And seeing Ram stand in front of Subaru as the Hungry Horse King is running towards them like this, right after Subaru was choking her. Yeah, that was peak. That was peak. Yeah, but Ram kind of right though. Why did Subaru choose to save her and not Rem? I don't remember exactly if this was explained in the novel, but I'm pretty sure he just grabbed whoever was closest, right? Like, was it explained? Like, does anyone remember? I think he just grabbed whoever was closest, right?
A lot of shit, but she does care for him. After Subaru returns by death, what happens? Ram is the first one to look after him. And we're finally getting to see that she is, I wouldn't say she's a tsundere in the sense of like generic anime slop, like with romance animes, but she does care for Subaru. She just doesn't really show it, and she sort of banters to hide her feelings.
I mean, Ram always does this. Like, she's done this as like a part of her, right? Even like with the pain she experiences like every day.
So seeing like Ram evolve
Broken Gate
from her season 2 counterpart. If you remember when Subaru went back to the mansion and Elsa was killing everyone, and Subaru was like, "Wait a second, Elsa was gonna kill Rem." Ram was like, "Oh no, then Rem would be fine with that, you know, because we serve Roswell." And Subaru was like, "What?" But now we can see Ram has actually evolved. She's concerned about Rem. She wants to save Rem. So we've seen that development. And this is one of the reasons why I think a lot of people initially disliked Ram from the anime. But as you go on with the series, people start to love Ram more and more.
Yeah, I've had people in my comment section. Like, I think in a previous, a video last week, someone commented that.
And that's the reason why.
And I responded to it saying, just wait for like what comes this season, because you're gonna like have a 180 on how you think about Ram. Well, from the anime scene, it looks like he saved her because she was falling far away from the group.
Of Ram more and more, and that's the reason
right here
why if you speak to a lot of novel, you'll say,
that is true. She was like the first one, right?
Here that Ram is a better character than Rem quite a lot of the time. Let's talk a bit about the cave scene. I'm not going to show any of the clips apart from the ones I've shown earlier, because I do feel like it's going to get like censored by you.
It is, and I am nervous like even trying to cover anything related to it on TikTok, because they're even more like on it than YouTube is, and that was a gruesome scene.
YouTube, due to the amount of gore. I do feel like the reason why they put the blue censor, of course, there's 2 reasons for this. The first is the thematic element, the idea that from the characters' perspectives, something is of course wrong. In fact, when you see Ram use her wind magic to slice Anastasia in half, the coloring actually goes back to normal.
Wait.
So that does have...
Wait, really? No, it's still blue. Okay, I think it was blue. Like, I think the reason why they did it because it was like night vision, right? Giving us like to like see in the dark. Plus, there was a thematic difference, right? So once Subaru ran back towards the lantern, it changed back towards like to the normal, or they got rid of the filter because now there's more light. So that's obviously there's more like it's more symbolic and like thematic reason as to why they included it. But I do think that was an element too, right? No, he's right when she's cut. The moments she got hit. Oh, really? Oh. I mean, maybe it's because it's light as well. This is emitting light, right? And then once it hits the, now it's turning back. Bro just walked it off. Wait, how did like her feet just like catch like balance, right? Because look at the feet. They're like bending outwards, like this way, like, and then like once it switches back, they're standing. How did they catch themselves? That's so weird.
Happen, but when you're from the characters' perspectives, everything is like dulled. And they've done that, of course, for a thematic purpose. However, I think one of the reasons why they did that was to conceal the amount of gore and guts.
That's true.
Again,
probably
in the light
as well.
novels, I know some people don't like me talking about the light novels. In the light novels, it talks a lot about how...
Wait, who doesn't like that? Wait, what? Why? It's because like Jake Z is he prefers the light novels like way more than the anime.
Poo is flying everywhere.
Yeah, I did mention that.
Anastasia's pissing everywhere.
Yeah.
So it
is like the description for this scene in the light novel was fucking crazy. It was crazy.
Like Twitter talked about Anastasia.
Fucking idea. Maybe Arina went to the legs and Anastasia stayed off there. Arina went to the legs. Maybe.
The piss on Twitter, and that's one of the reasons why, because I'm not sure why, but the light novel is very explicit with Anastasia pissing everywhere.
Yeah.
We then move to the Return by Death sequence where Patraj, of course, kills Subaru and eats Ram. Of course, this is foreshadowing. Again, Tappy loves to do this foreshadowing. When Meili said, am I...
Dude, okay, yo, ReZero fans, we need to be put in an insane asylum. We need to be locked up. 6 out of 10, not enough piss. Oh my god.
I'm gonna get pissing everywhere. We then move...
Wait, why does JC say it like that? Pissing everywhere. He gives like so much emphasis on like the P.
To the Return by Death sequence where Patraj, of course, kills Subaru and eats Ram. Of course, this is foreshadowing. Again, Tappy loves to do this foreshadowing. When Meili said, am I gonna get eaten?
Yeah, we saw that in episode 1. And plus, like, them saying she's vegetarian.
And of course, Subaru goes, oh no, Patraj is a vegetarian.
Yeah.
And of course, boom, Patraj eats Subaru and Ram and gets that much needed protein.
Much needed protein. Oh my god. Okay, that's funny. Oh, that is fucking crazy.
But besides that, let's talk about the Hungry Horse King. The Hungry Horse King is, of course, a witch beast that Subaru and Ram fight near the end of the episode.
Parts of this was cut.
Now, it isn't really explained, and I know I'm gonna get hate for this. This was severely cut down. In the light novel, this is like
to be honest,
chapter.
I don't remember. I don't remember this chapter or what exactly what happened.
Fight between Subaru understanding what the Hungry Horse King does. The idea is that the Hungry Horse King doesn't have any senses. The Hungry Horse King can only operate on sound. So you have Subaru sort of like sneaking around, playing Splinter Cell / Metal Gear Solid to try and figure out a solution. However, when you hear the screeching of the Hungry Horse King, that's actually the Horse King using echolocation. So it does end up...
Ooh, I can make a video on this. I should go reread that chapter. And I can make a video on that. Thank you, Jake Z.
Where
paying my rent
has to come save Subaru. And again, we see that dynamic again between Ram and Subaru, where Ram is willing to sacrifice her life again to save Subaru. And again, by the way, this is something we do see. Pretty much everyone in the Emilia camp, not just Ram, because people can say, oh, Ram will sacrifice herself. Everyone in the Emilia camp will die for Subaru.
Yeah. So, like, a lot of, there's like anime onlys who think that like Subaru is the one who would go through the most for everyone else, and no one, like, not many other people would do that for Subaru. But like, yeah, Arc 9. All I'm gonna say, once we get to Arc 9, even before that, we'll see it. But like, Arc 9 solidifies it. It does.
Otto's done it in season 2. Every single character.
Ellen is throwing yoink idea. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't think Jake C would mind.
Die for Subaru, because they do love Subaru as a character, including Ram, even if it doesn't look like it. She will die to save Subaru. However, let's talk a bit about the ending. So I do have the ending credits, but again, I can't play the whole thing because it's of course going to get
Copyrighted.
Copyright struck or whatever by Kadokawa because they don't understand fair use. And yeah,
The Japanese studios and publishers are mean, not studios. Yeah, it's like we're doing free marketing for them and they just don't understand. It's kind of rough. Like you're hurting yourself, right?
this is going to contain some spoilers for those of you that are wondering. But before I move on, of course, we have the reveal
Spoiler
of
warning!
Shola.
Spoiler warning, guys!
Again, not much. Let's wait to next episode where we can really talk about Shola. But let's talk about the ending.
Oh, this is what we were trying to figure out, right? This is what we were trying to figure out, right? So what we think, Echidna, Reed, Farsail, Alikoshin, Hashin, Satella, and Flugel.
Credits. My honest opinion is that the opening is obviously way better.
Yeah,
The
easily.
ending credits are quite static for my liking. But
Music
the most
goes hard,
important
but the visuals aren't it. They're not crazy.
thing is that in one of the scenes where you see the Pleiades watchtower, you see 6 figures down below. Now, this will contain spoilers, so if you're anime only, I recommend you click off the video. We have 6 people standing side by side. On the left, we have Echidna. Next to Echidna, we have Reed Astria. In the middle, we have Farsail Lagunica.
Yep.
To the right of Farsail, we have Alec Hoshin. And finally, we have Satella and Flugel. I've seen some people
That's what I thought as well.
online saying that the 2 people on the right are Pandora and
I said that, yeah.
Juice. But from memory, Pandora is like super small, so I'm not too sure why she's
Yeah, that's what I was. That's how I spoiled, right? Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything.
that tall. But I do believe this is indeed Flugel because, you know, the whole giant Kate.
I was like, remember I was saying why? I was saying like, why is Subaru so tall? Remember I said that? But yeah, I'm in Flugel, guys. I'm in Flugel.
The hoodie, it kind of reminds me of like the witch cult god, which is, you know, Flugel was sort of one of the creators of the witch cult. This is also the first, I guess, confirmation of what Flugel does look like, and
Oh wow. Thanks! What a great confirmation. We got a total of 5 pixels. 5 pixels. Oh my god.
again, the fact that Satella looks to be wearing white here, similar to
Amelia. Yeah, that is interesting. Amelia wearing white. Yeah.
So again, there's that sort of Satella Amelia connection once again. Anyways, let me know what you think of this, because I think this is quite insane.
I agree. Let's read the comments. My boy is not beating the allegations this time. Why is beating bolded? Bro really threw Anastasia like a trash bag. Kind of crazy. That is true. Aura monster foreshadowing.
Interacts with
What did Echidna say something here?
sort of puts on a strong face.
50% of Anastasia's weighs like 40 to 60 pounds at most. Those Subaru physical feats are already beyond any normal human. Yeah, that is true. Damn, invisible providence. It's supposed to be invisible. Invisible providence is a perfect ability for Subaru. True. I did not need to know about Anastasia pissing everywhere. To tell the truth, he threw away half of Anastasia. Yeah, I made a video talking about how strong Subaru is. Like, literally, no one in real life will be able to fight against Subaru because how insane his feats are in the anime. Like, this guy, he's throwing, like, remember the 3 thugs in, like, episode 1 of ReZero? Or, like, I think episode 1, or, like, the beginning of ReZero? He was fighting in the alleyway. He hit them. He hit one of them into the wall, and it left a crater, like, a full crater. No one in real life is doing that. None of us. He got hit, by Capella into the ground, which left the crater like full into the ground, and he got up. None of us. If that happened to any person in real life, we'd just be splattered. We'd be like in pieces. We'd be like fucking flattened like a pancake. Subaru tanked that though. So Subaru has some crazy feats. So yeah, this episode was just full of gore, becoming a horror show, or a monster Subaru crying emoji. If that's Flugel, that seems like a refutation of Subaru's Flugel fan theory. I mean, maybe he's just very tall. I do think they're on like an incline right here. That's my prediction. Or what I think. People are severely underestimating invisible providence. One hit would kill most people. Yeah, for sure. It got me so traumatized, bro. I was the one who taught him that. Spit out my drink. Yeah, that was a crazy opening.
Really cut down in the light novel.
Was it only in the web novel? Was it only in the web novel? I mean, I could talk about it like still in a video. Patrash Evil Laugh. I'm not the biggest fan of this Evil Laugh by Patrash, right? Crazy Art Thumbnail. Isn't that only in the web novel? That sounds like an important question since the anime is based off the light novel on the web novel. It would reinforce the idea that JXC likes to overly complain baselessly. 3 likes. I mean, dude, JXC has like a lot of fucking haters, bro. I mean, he's not wrong, right? If you're like a really big fan of the novels, you want to see it like perfect, but it does get to, there are like there are some situations where like it doesn't matter as much. No way we're power scaling my goat based on his ability to abuse women. Okay, that is crazy. Anyways, that was a W video by JXC. So yeah. Everyone go follow him. I'm putting it in chat. Go follow Jake Z, send love, like, subscribe, say Jake Z is very handsome, all of that. Yeah. Anyways, that's for this video.